Hello, my name is Benjamin Hart. I'm an American attorney and the Managing Director of Integrity Legal here in Bangkok, Thailand. As the title of this video suggests, we're asking the question, how long are U.S. marriage visas taking to process? I thought of making this video after watching a recent video from a colleague. I'll go ahead and put the link in the description below, over at Jim Hacking over at Hacking Immigration Law. I watch his videos from time to time. He's a much deeper practitioner of U.S. immigration law than I am. I primarily deal with family-based cases as they arise primarily, and to this point, almost exclusively now, here in Thailand. But yeah, Mr. Hacking, I'm a big fan of his videos, fan of his work. He's done a lot with regard to U.S. immigration, and he's used YouTube to do it, which as someone who's done similar things, I got a lot of respect for him. So tip of the hat to Mr. Hacking. But yeah, he brought up, and I went and looked this up. Yeah, it's true that the USCIS is posting current processing times associated. I shouldn't laugh, but it's one of those where it's like you either, if you don't laugh, you'll cry. So they're posting processing times of some 50 months for the I-130. And as he brought up in his video, this is like the baseline family visa for Americans and lawful permanent residents. This is the baseline petition. This is the baseline form, if you will, associated with immigrant spousal visas. Immigrant spousal visas, to my mind, it's probably the one visa that definitely the U.S. government has a duty to go ahead and process these things. Again, it's an adjudication. You're not just because you're married to an American doesn't mean you have the right to residence in the United States, the right to a green card. I get that. You know, I've dealt with that for 15 years. Nobody's disputing that. But that said, now they're saying 50 months just to process the petition. Bear in mind, that's just to process the petition. Then you got to deal with the visa on the back end. You know, over here in Thailand, we deal with things at the embassy after petition processing. Now, for those watching this video, especially clients of mine or prospective clients, do not freak out, okay? First of all, I have never been a fan of USCIS posting their processing times. One, it's been my experience they're wildly off in the sense that I look at individual cases. Each and every one of these cases, it's like a snowflake. They're all unique. They process in their own unique manner. There's not, when you look at sort of a general processing time, what's that going to do for you? You'll see cases that run wildly fast. You see cases that run wildly slow. And as Mr. Hacking pointed out, there may be methods of prodding them to make your case move faster, most notably, as we've discussed previously on this channel, the writ of mandamus. But that said, just from a starting point, I've never liked the posted processing times because I've never felt like it's a very accurate representation. It also causes clients to kind of flip out because they'll say, oh, my case, it says 6 months on the website and it's 6 months and a day. And it's like, yeah, it's not dispositive. Just because they say that the average case processes an X amount of time doesn't mean it's going to work that way. Now, that said, they also can massively overestimate. I think this 50 months is kind of ridiculous. But as Mr. Hacking pointed out, it's getting a little trying here. And it's getting a little boring, if you will, listening to the inane responses when you ask, why is this taking so long? Because they do keep hearkening back. Well, things changed under Trump. Well, some things were changed, and a lot of those policies were reversed. And I'm not getting political here, but honestly, I didn't like the way that the prior administration, honestly, in my mind, came in and intentionally sort of modified the immigration system and only to make it harder. You know, no, I don't think anybody in a partisan way, to talk politically, had problems with legal immigration. You know, I don't think anybody was clamoring for an end to legal immigration. Their problem is illegal immigration. That's the issue. So why the last administration decided to come in and start, quite honestly, throwing spanners into the works, if you will, throwing a monkey wrench in everything to make it harder, I don't get that policy. That didn't make any sense to me, but whatever, I wasn't in the administration. Then this administration has just sort of cited COVID and the last administration. Well, everything's taken a while. 50 months is more than, as Mr. Hacking pointed out, 50 months is more than a presidential term. You know, to process a marriage visa, come on. There's no reason that has to be the way that it is. And quite honestly, and again, I guess we got to blame the last administration for this, there was some easing of the backlog in the past because there were local USCIS offices abroad that could process these petitions. Yeah, we don't have those anymore, which that's another great one. Yeah, yay, no more USCIS office. That's caused slower processing as well. I'll admit that I used to be able to process cases here locally, and it took a matter of months to get things done, when it could take over a year to get things done processing it through stateside. Now, when you look at the current estimated processing times, you got to really wonder how long things are going to take. That said, I hope this turns around. Our own case log, our own caseload is moving ahead. We definitely saw the thaw post-COVID. Cases are moving through the embassy. We're seeing them here. But as of the time of this video, I don't know what USCIS is doing. For those out there that are not presently married, it's probably a good idea to contact a legal professional, gain some insight and guidance into how best to proceed, because perhaps not getting married may be more optimal to getting your loved one in the United States. Again, it's going to be case specific. For those that are married, again, there may be options other than having to wait out 50 months for sure. So again, it may not be a terrible idea to contact a legal professional, gain some insight and guidance into how best to proceed.